How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I'm Maddie. Have you ever been to counseling before?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the basics of what we need to discuss then. So basically, I'm going to go over a couple of things just so you know. So we have to discuss a confidentiality agreement. So between you and I, our conversation stays confidential. So I will not disclose any information to anybody else about what we talk about, unless you tell me things that involve anybody in your life that is being abused, like a child, so like child abuse, or if I reason to believe that you are going to bring harm onto yourself or bring harm to others, and as well as if I am subpoenaed to court, which is basically I have to go to court and discuss the details of the case for whatever reason that might happen. So
Okay.
just so you know. But other than that, it stays between us. So I just want to do a form with you here. So it's called an intake form. So it's just like a lot of questions that basically are about you, and if there's going to be questions that I want you to answer or not answer, it's up to you. Basically, I want to learn more about you to be better assisting you throughout the counseling process. So it's solely made for for me to help you, basically. Okay. So what is your name?
Ashley Truman.
Ashley Truman, okay. Do you have a preferred name, like
Just Ashley.
just Ashley? Okay, thank you. And remember, if there's any questions that you don't want to answer, you don't have to. It's totally up to you, okay? So I just want to ask you, what are your preferred pronouns, if you have any?
Just her, she.
Just her, okay. Okay. So when's your birthday?
August 20th, 2006.
2006? Oh, nice. Okay, so you're October baby. That's cool. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13 years old. Okay. Where do you live?
I just live here in town.
In town. Okay. So I was just curious, who referred you to come here? Was there somebody that sent you over to see me, or specifically?
Just my school.
Your school. Okay. So what's made you decide that you wanted to seek counseling in your life this time?
Well, like the past year, I've had like really bad experience. Like my mom's passed away, and my dad isn't really doing so well, and my brother has like ADHD, so it's hard to like manage him, and I just feel like I have a lot of responsibilities now that I don't really want or I'm ready for.
Okay.
And I just feel like really depressed and not myself. I'm very confused.
Okay, so it sounds like your home life right now is really being affected, mainly. Okay. So you said that this is another time seeking. This isn't your first time seeking counseling, right?
No.
Okay. If you have, so from your previous counseling, how did it go? What were things that you liked and didn't like about it?
I found it helpful, but at the same time, like it didn't really do anything. Like it's back to the way it was before counseling.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about your relationships in your life, okay? So who would you consider to be some of your closest family relationships within your family?
Well, my mom was a pretty big influence on me, but now it's like my grandparents and my brother and my dad.
Okay.
And it used to be my best friend Becky, but we're not friends anymore.
Okay, I want to talk more about that, so I'll write that down. Is there any specific details about your family that you think I should know about, maybe dad or?
My dad, he was in the car accident with my mom, and so he suffered some trauma. So now he's taking medication to help with that.
Okay.
And my brother has ADHD.
Okay, thank you. Who would you consider to be support systems in your life? So it doesn't have to be family, it can be teachers or other counselors that you're still in contact with or anything like that. Is there any that come to mind? Any friends or something?
Well, like my grandparents are around, but my dad doesn't really let them help as much as he should, so we kind of just feel alone.
Yeah, okay. So what's your current living situation? Who do you live with at home? Are you living here in Peterborough?
It's just me and my dad and my brother in an apartment.
Okay. Okay. So the next questions involve, we're going to talk about a little bit about your mental and your physical health, okay? So again, if there's no questions you don't want to answer, you don't have to. It's up to you. So on a scale of 1 to 10, so 1 being the absolute worst and 10 being the absolute best, how would you rate your overall physical health?
Probably a 3.
A 3. Okay. And again, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, how would you rate your mental health overall?
Like a 2.
A 2. Okay. Have you ever received a diagnosis like relating to your mental health at all?
No.
No. Okay. So my next section has to do with medical history. So there might be some questions that you're unfamiliar with. You might not know. So just if you don't know, then just let me know and I'll put that in there. Okay, we can discuss it later on. So have you ever been to the hospital for mental health reasons before?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay. Have you ever been to the hospital for substance abuse reasons?
No.
No. Okay. Is there any medications you're currently taking?
Not really that were prescribed to me.
So, is there more detail you could give me on that? Just anything you wanna?
Like a couple weeks ago, I was feeling really down, so I took some of my brother's ADHD pills.
His medication?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like why did you feel that you wanted to take those?
I don't know. I just like didn't want to feel anything anymore.
Okay. We're definitely gonna go back to that and discuss that if you're okay with that. Okay. So if you or any of your family has any of the following, let me know about them, okay? And I'm gonna write them down. Just it's a history on things like health problems and mental health problems and whatnot. So does your mom or dad or family have any health problems, just in general?
My mom suffered from depression when she was younger.
Okay. What about, so I guess that could go under mental health as well. Does your dad or brother or anything have any mental health issues, do you find?
Well, my brother has like ADHD.
Okay, yeah, we'll throw that in there. Nothing you know about grandma, grandpa, anything like that? Don't think so. Okay, that's okay. Is there any substance abuse problems that you think in your family that might have
My dad's drinking has gotten a lot worse since
Okay.
the accident, and he's been taking his opioids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's addicted to those.
Oh, okay. So would you say that there's been any history of abuse within you or your family? Has there been any?
No, we were pretty like loving, go on like family trips and stuff during the summer.
Okay, well that's good. What about, I guess, I'm not going to ask you these questions, these are more economic and stuff like that, they don't matter. So I'm just going to skip to, I assume that you're not employed, that you don't have any income, but am I correct to assume that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What are some things, let's talk about school for a second. What are some things that you like and dislike about school?
Right now I'm not really big fan of math or science, but I like just a hard time in general waking up in the morning to go to school.
Okay. So you find math and science are some things that you struggle with sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that you like about school perhaps? Like is there anything you like doing at school?
Not so much anymore, but I used to be like on the gymnastics team and the track and field team with my friend Becky.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so gymnastics, track and field. I would like to ask you some questions about your strengths and weaknesses in just general over all of your life. If you find, I want to know if you do have anything that you consider to be a strength about yourself. Like anything that you notice.
I used to be like really social with my friends.
Social, that's great, yeah. Is there any other strengths that you think that you about yourself?
I don't know.
No, okay. What about some weaknesses? Do you think there's some places of your life that you could maybe work on, or things that are just?
Well, I just feel like really confused. Like my mom was somebody I could talk to, and like I just feel like lost about like my sexuality, and I just don't think I can or have anybody to talk to.
Okay. Would you mind asking if I asked what your sexual orientation is? Is there?
I like had a boyfriend before, but now I don't know if I like girls or
Okay.
I
Okay. That's
don't
totally
really
okay.
know.
Yeah, that's totally okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. Um, okay, I've got a couple, just two more questions, okay? During our time together, what are at least three things, and you can list as many as you like, but maybe three that you would like to accomplish in therapy?
Well, like finding who I am, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and like different ways to help cope with like being down all the time, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And just one more.
Um, maybe like getting my parent, like my dad, back into therapy or something.
Yeah.
Or us like all
Work for
coming
you.
together.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Is there anything that comes to mind that you wanted to make note of in our first time meeting together?
I don't know.
No? Okay, that's fine. So, okay, so that's it for our intake form. We've completed the intake form, so now I've got all the information that I need, and so I just want you to know that like throughout the rest of our counseling together, I might have to refer to this form, just some things that you've told me that I'd like to talk about again. Yeah, so I think, so I just want to let you know about my availability. So my availability is that I'm in my office Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. I'm available by phone, email, whatever it is that you need. I can provide you with a card that has all of my information on it. Just remember that email is not necessarily the best way to reach somebody, reach me specifically, because it's not necessarily confidential. So I would prefer to just talk on the phone or meet in person. But just letting you know that. And yeah, so if you want to make an appointment with me prior to this, I think that would be beneficial for both of us, if you would be okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.